What is going on, guys? Welcome back, Knights, to another Destiny Knights video here with Fort Missouri Gaming. And I am back from vacation, so hopefully we'll be putting out some content for you guys over the next couple days. Definitely will be uploading a video tomorrow because on the update video that we have for today for you guys, which is a day later than normal schedule. Normally our update happens on Tuesday, late night, like around midnight, 1 a.m., it's technically Wednesday, and it looks like we're a full day behind. And you guys can see here, we are going to be having the new character added of Cesar, which will be joining the Destiny Knights 5-star pool coming up. So let's go over, there actually is quite a bit of things added in this update. So we actually are going to go over everything, see what you guys think, and see what we have going on for global. So here are the cliff notes. Obviously the new 5-star hero, Cesar, appears. Both of his versions are going to be added to the game. Medina Nightmare is going to be released, so that is another way for us to get some rubies. And I don't know if Tome of Prophecies will be finally added for Nightmare mode, or maybe we do have to have all 5 worlds or lands revealed before Tome of Prophecies will be active, and then we could just do all of them at once we get Tragar released in Nightmare mode. But we'll have to see if Tome Prophecies will be live, because as of right now you cannot do it in Nightmare mode. Tutorial improvements, which we'll check that out. New package details, so that is the monthly package that they offer. If it's under $30, I'll go over what's I kind of looked at what's going to be in there. I will grab it, but if it's like $35 to $50 range, then I'm probably going to pass on it. And then we have a special arena hero changes, and then we have descended dungeon schedule and other bug fixes. So let's first go into the hype, which is Cesar. So this is his artwork. If you guys look at his artwork on his on little character bio, if you guys want to read that, it tells, I guess it's Francisca's uncle. So that's pretty cool. And now we have the abilities. So let's go down the line. We'll start with the rock version. It seems like both versions are pretty decent. So his leader ability is increase the disabled duration of rock heroes by 20%. So leader's ability kind of meh. So Royal Road, skill 1, AoE damage equal to 400% of attack, AoE damage equal to 800% of attack to nearby enemies for 8 seconds, and then 7% chance to burn the target for 7 seconds, and then a 7% chance to decrease target's defense by 50% for 8 seconds. So he does a lot of different things. He does a status element of burn, which does increasing damage, and then he also has a debuff in defense. It is 7%. Yeah, it is a very low chance on both of his status elements, so don't count on that too much. But you have an AoE damage of 400% of attack, and then 800% attack to nearby enemies. So he works really well if you can get enemies cluttered together. So that'll be pretty cool. I may want to definitely try him in Carl's Trials, because that's a pretty immense multiplier. Now, I do not know, since I do not play Asia, if these are the stats at max level 5. So I don't know that. So now let's go into Imperial Lore. Damage in a line equal to 700% of attack with a 50% chance to stun for 4 seconds. That's a good stun rate. 50% chance to decrease the target's attack by 50% for 8 seconds and spotlight the target for 6 seconds. Increased chance to receive critical hit by 15%. Increase crit damage by 40%. I don't know what that means with the spotlight mechanic. I've heard people on YouTube on the Asia server talk about spotlight. I'm not well versed enough to give you guys an explanation on that, but at any rate, we do have in parentheses here of increased chance to receive critical hit by 15%, and then increase the crit damage by 40% if it's successful. And he does have a 1 breakpoint with the star circle breakpoint symbol. So that's a pretty decent, break damage with 2 different status elements. A debuff of attack can be very useful. I know one of these versions is very, very good, which is OP for faction boss. And I'm sure Easy the Gamer is going to correct me in the comment section below which one is in fact used for that, because he didn't respond to me before I started recording this video. But we were talking a little bit about that today. So pretty awesome. And then his Imperial Lore is going to be the one he's going to use for his strike. And when it's on the strike position, it's going to do 1,000% of attack and then a 60% rate for the status elements in Cliff Notes version. there. So let's go into paper Cesar, which I definitely like the artwork on the intro outfit anyway on Rock Cesar better. His leader ability is pretty awesome. It is increased attack of Medina faction heroes by 15%. So that's going to be really useful right now going on. In global, we have the faction arena. So that is probably going to be your go-to lead if you guys do get lucky enough to pull him. So probably really, really good. Hope you guys have been sent on some resources so you guys can, evolve him or awaken him at least. So we'll have to see. Thunderstorm, AoE damage equal to 800% of attack with a 10% chance to decrease target's status activation chance by 20% for 10 seconds. And then 100% chance to remove buff, to remove the 100% chance to remove the target shield and remove a buff from the target times 1. So that's really awesome. That is going to completely get rid of shields. He seems really, really good in Carol's Trials too, especially against, the 4 mob little alligator-looking guys that basically have a huge barrier. So he's going to let you really, really shred through those. So that seems like a really, really... Thunderstorm seems like a really good ability. And I'm thinking that is the ability they are thinking that is really, really good for Faction Boss because you were able to remove shields. And buffs as well, so that seems really good, and it's a very solid, damage percentage attack. It is not a break, but it is really, really good overall. So now Royal Road is increased damage dealt by allies by 40% for 10 seconds, so that's a pretty significant damage pump. Very similar to Francisco's damage pump. And then AoE damage as well equal to 7% of attack to nearby enemies for 8 seconds and a 7% chance to shock. So the shock thing isn't very relevant. 7% is such a low percentage. So unless you really want to, maybe use him for giants or something to where you're really going to go hard on his activation with like Tianjin and, status activation crests and orbs. Definitely his Royal Road is for his, damage increase as a support ability, and then also doing 700% of attack is really good as well. Obviously, I don't know the range here. I don't think they have a video. Do they have a video that shows? Okay, it does show here. So let's actually see if it shows the range he has. Or if these are just... It looks like they're just showing off the character. Yeah. So it doesn't really tell you the range, but at any rate, he seems like a really solid... Both of them seem really solid. So I think whether you get either one is good. I think, though, that the paper one's better. So we'll have to see. Like I said, if you guys are playing the Asia server, feel free to correct me in the comment section below if it is the rock one you're actually going to strive for. But at any rate, I think both are definitely worth your resources to invest in over time. And then, Thunderstorm is going to be the strike ability he's going to use. So ability 1, which I would think this guy's better served on your main team than at that point than as a striker. But he does have a good leader ability, so maybe he is worth a strike position as well. So added Medina Nightmare difficulty and adventure mode. Medina Nightmare difficulty is added, clear, and star collection. So, pretty much self-explanatory there. Alright, so tutorial improvements. The hero received in the tutorials will be changed from Ryan to Orang. Oh, rip the dream eyes. Well, now you guys are starting the game. You guys are going to start with a Nat 4-star instead of Ryan, which is pretty garbage. So... the cancel skill and use skill guides will be removed from the initial battle tutorial. Okay, I guess that's to help speed up the tutorial for you guys that are re-rolling. Alright, and then I hate that they don't tell you in the news update how much this is going to cost. But alright, here's what you guys are going to get. So you get 500 rubies, 2 skill dragons, a guaranteed 5-star scroll, and 500 Alright, it better be 500,000 gold, because 50,000 gold is garbage. So I would assume it's 500,000 gold, and they just made a error here. And I hope that they'll be like, hey, we messed up on our news update. We're going to give you guys some compensation for that. But anyway, so that's pretty decent. 5,000 rubies is a little bit over in multi-summon, and then you're getting that guaranteed 5-star where you may get lucky enough to pull a unit you're still hunting for, maybe like Cesar Carlota, Cesar Eve, Paper Adonis, or one of the new Caesars, so that's really good. And 2 skill Ragoons are always extremely valuable. So as long as this package is not insanely expensive, I probably will be picking it up, mostly just for the skill Ragoons and the 5-star ticket. But we'll have to see. Alright, and then special arena designation area acquired heroes are changed. So this is really weird because we don't have Benito, we don't have Elky, We don't have Natalia, and we don't have Tasia. None of these units are in the global Descended Dungeon. So I'm not sure if this was a typo, and maybe this was meant to say Julian and Yona, because we're still on Julian and Yona. We haven't gotten any indication that those are going away in this update. So I really don't know what to tell you guys as far as the special arena hero changes for the Descended Dungeon. So we'll have to see what all this means. But we don't have Natalia or Tasia. There are summonable units in the game either, so I don't know if that means maybe we're getting Benito and Elke, and I would assume the Elke that's going to be added to the Descendant is going to be Paper Elke, which is good for me because I pulled 3 Cesar Elke, and I would assume the Benito they're going to give us, I doubt they're going to give us the Rock Benito, it's probably going to be Cesar Benito as well. But we'll have to see what happens with that, because it says Special Arenas Designation Area Required Heroes. Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. Alright, so scratch everything I said. I'm an idiot. Alright, so the Special Arena Designation Required Heroes are changed. As far as this goes, is that we didn't have Natalia or Tasia in the game, and they have been changed to Benito and Elke, which doesn't matter at this point because that already happened. So this kind of is, I don't even know why they mentioned this, because it's irrelevant, because we're not on this special arena anymore. So basically just skip that, guys. Alright, so now we have Luna and Griffin are going to be descended, which that's already been in the game, so it's pretty much already been said that. So clear time once a day, resurrection. Okay, so are we actually able to use, oh no, resurrection limit count, clear time once a day, and then, okay, so nothing's new there. Descended dungeon and payable hero fragments, Griffin and Luna, that's the same with that. Alright, Tyler and Nereid, okay, that's the same kind of stuff. And then we just had Tyler and Nereid again, so yeah, so nothing fixed there. So, okay, well, that's kind of it. Man, I got excited. Well, I'm glad I really read through this, because I thought maybe Elke and Benito Descended Dungeons were coming, and I got really excited, and I was like, oh man, should I use some rubies to actually try to farm Yona and Julian to try to get up to 100 fragments? But no, I'm good. They have no indication that they're removing them anytime soon, so that is going to stay where it is. And then Fixed Initiative Tower Promises 79th floor, so all this is for Asia, because we don't have 79th floor. We only have up to 60. So bug fixes are completely for the Asia server. So, alright guys, well that is going to be it. So really the only thing that we added is we are getting Nightmare Mode with Medina. They fixed some bugs as far as for typos, as far as the Designation Arena. They let us know what's coming up for the 4-star Descended Dungeons, which was already in the game, so that's really not any news. And all the bug fixes were for the Asia server, and then we have the October paid package and Cesar releasing tomorrow. So that is pretty much it, guys. So I'm sorry I was kind of I didn't really, I should have read this thoroughly beforehand and wasting time on some of the bottom stuff. But anyway, guys, main thing is we're going to get Nightmare Mode for Medina, and we are going to be getting Cesar added to the game. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, if you guys are going to pull for him, which version you're going for, and how many rubies you guys are going to spend. And if anyone in the Asia server has some updates as far as which version is better for Faction Boss, I would greatly appreciate that in the comment section down below to help out the community. But thank you guys so much for checking out the video today. This is Fort Misery Gaming, and we'll see you guys in the comment section down below. Later, dudes.